Welcome back, guys. JT here, and we got another Narcissist video for y'all, and I hope you had a fantastic Thanksgiving. I know I did. Ate a lot of food, had more carbs than I usually do in a month, so I feel like I have a carb hangover today, actually. Whew. All right, but let's get into it. Let's get to that Narcissist video, and we're going to talk about what are the top 2 red flags that you will see in a narcissist. Let's go. Hakuna Matata, Hakuna Matata. How's it go? Means no worries for the rest of your days. Hakuna Matata. Lion King. I haven't seen it in a long time. Don't judge me. That'd be fun to play on guitar though. Maybe I'll learn that. Maybe I'll start doing little guitar intros. I hope you guys are doing well. JT here. Please hit that like and subscribe button. And I just want to say I'm so grateful for all of your comments. I read every single one. I comment on as many as I possibly can. Sometimes I sit down for 3 hours. I'm just commenting because it feels great to be heard, right? I know when I went through my narcissistic discard afterwards, I watched thousands of YouTube videos, read dozens of books, and you know, it feels good to hear that other people are going through similar things, because a lot of times I feel like you're going insane because the illusion, the reality that the narcissist pulls you into literally rewires your brain. You lose yourself. They take your soul and your identity. So oftentimes you feel like you're going crazy. And, you know, I'll tell you guys this, like I've been in therapy every Wednesday at 2 p.m. and it's helped me immensely. And if I didn't have that, like, oh my God, I probably would have went insane. I remember there was a point, probably like 2 months in, I'm like, am I the narcissist? Am I a narcissist? And I'm like starting to like question all these things. And it happens a lot. If you read like forums and talk to other people that have gone through narcissistic abuse, oftentimes the empath ends up thinking they're the narcissist. It's absolutely crazy what these people do. They're literally the worst human beings on this planet. And like, I feel for everyone. I treat everyone with kindness and compassion, regardless if they're a billionaire, cured cancer, a janitor, whatever. It doesn't matter. Like, you treat everyone with kindness and compassion. You know, that's the key to having a grateful life, and, you know, treat others as you want to be treated. And that brings us to the first red flag of the narcissist. So there's 2 that I noticed in the beginning. I've watched tons of videos on this and done a lot of research, and different psychiatrists and whatnot will say this is the red flag that you first will see. And, you know, this is just my opinion on the first 2 that I saw. And please comment below. Let me know what the first red flag you guys saw were. There's a ton. There's honestly a ton of different ones. But for me, the first one was treating others like crap. Treating others like their value was meaningless. So the first time I ever met my narc, I think it was on Memorial Day or Labor Day, we went out to eat for barbecue, and she treated the waiter like absolute shit. Like, when I say absolute shit, I mean like absolutely terrible. Terrible. Like, I was like in shock. I remember I told my mom and like my friend like that day, I was like, she treated the waiter like crap. My friend was like, well, she was a Playboy model, right? And I was like, yeah. And he's like, well, yeah, that makes sense. They're all entitled. And I was like, oh, okay. But a narcissist, they feel entitled. They want to be the center of the universe. They have to have all the attention. You give the attention to anyone else, they're going to punish you for it. And so my narc treated the waiter like terrible. And the reason is they're in their ego since childhood, right? They're in this massive illusion ego. And when they see people that aren't up to their value, like they see people less than them, they're going to treat them like horrible, like trash, like they don't even exist. And they do this a lot of times with animals as well. They'll treat the animal amazing and then treat everyone else like shit. I told you guys that about the story in my last video or 2 videos ago about my birthday. Completely changed my whole birthday around, did it on her dog's birthday instead, gave her dog a bunch of presents in front of me, gave me nothing, no birthday cake, nothing. It's absolutely crazy. They need to feel like the superpower. They need to be Superman and everyone else is just inferior to them. So they treat everyone like crap. And definitely let me know in the comments, because I've heard stories of like the more covert narcissists with, what's it called? I can't think off the top of my head. It's another like strand, and essentially they treat everyone amazing, but it's only for a short period of time, and then the mask falls off, it slips off. There's narcissists, Christian narcissists that go to church. There's narcissists that are super kind, super kind. It's all an illusion though. Fortunately for me, my narc was not super kind to like anyone ever. She was covert, but man, that's absolutely terrible what they do to people. So that brings us to number 2, second red flag. On the way, at the time, I didn't know this was a red flag until doing lots of research. But on the way, that first date, this all happened in 1 hour. The first hour I ever met my narcissist. On the way to going to get barbecue, my narcissist starts telling me her whole life story about all the bad people that did all these wrong things to her and how she got raped and this and that. And I'm not discounting anyone that's ever been raped or gone through trauma or anything. It's a terrible thing, yes. But it was the fact that she didn't even know me. And in, I'd say probably 7 minutes of her sitting in my car and us driving, she was going on about this and how her ex did this to her and this person did that, and just victim mentality, straight victim mentality. Because as the empath, narcissists know. She told me in the first week she could see people's souls. And what I relate this to is she could see the essence, the energy of empaths, of good people. Narcissists can. They seek out empaths. They seek out the kind and compassionate people. And then they play that victim card so that you feel bad for them. And oh, you're going to just give and give and give, and they're just going to take and take and take and take. It's a manipulation. The victim mentality is an actual manipulation for them to get what they want, to be able to use you how they please. It's crazy. Everything is a manipulation with them. They've been manipulating since they were in childhood because they know that that works for them. That's why a narcissist can never change. Because if a narcissist gets everything they want by manipulating people, why would they ever change? They say this when narcissists go to therapy, they can get cognitive empathy, which is like the intellectual aspect where they know what empathy is, but they can never feel the actual feeling of what empathy feels like. So the problem with this is they don't feel guilt or remorse, and they never will their whole life. It's impossible. It can't change. You can't change that brain chemistry. So if you know that, they can't change. Even if a narcissist goes to therapy, they can understand what empathy is on an intellectual level, but they still will never feel it. So therefore, they're going to continue to do bad things and manipulate because they get everything they want. If a child, they get everything they want, they don't like being told no to. And I guarantee most of you guys can say this with your narcissist. You ever say no to a narcissist, you end up getting punished for it. A narcissist can't take a no. They're the center of the universe. They get everything they want. It's as simple as that. It's sad. It's really sad, you know. I wish there was a cure. I wish we could heal people. I wish as empaths, super empaths, we could, you know, heal everybody. But the simple fact of the matter is you can't. And once you realize this, it becomes a lot easier of letting go. Because oftentimes as the empath, we hold on to hope that the narcissist will change. But they're not. Once you let go of the hope that the narcissist change, that's when you truly move on. It took me probably 6 months. I was like still hoping. I'm like, oh, maybe this ego death, because me leaving and everything, is going to make her change and see the error of her ways and how she treated me so horribly. Nope, can't do it. Because when you hold on to hope, you are still creating energy for the soul tie to stay there. And the whole key, I'm going to do the soul tie video this weekend, you have to break that soul tie. And it's 3 different strands that make up the soul tie. I'll go into it in the video this weekend, but when you hold on to hope, you're never going to be able to break free of the narcissist. Even if they're not in your life for a year, 2 years, you still can have a soul tie, 5 years, 10 years, and you're not living your most authentic life. If you're still connected energetically to the narcissist, they still have control over your emotions and your feelings. It's crazy to think about. It's absolutely crazy to think about. So I'm going to go into really good detail and depth with the soul tie and how to break it this weekend in the video. But just know, you got to let go of the hope. Got to let go of the hope, guys, that they're going to change. They're not. Not even with therapy, they're not going to change. Got to let them go. So I hope you guys enjoyed that video. We're going to wrap it up now. I just filmed it twice because my microphone didn't work. And I got to refilm the TikToks. But I don't mind because I know this is helping a lot of people. And again, I like seeing all the comments and all the stories. Actually, I'm gonna read one comment. Well, read it from my mind. I'm not gonna actually read it. But I read a comment that said, a woman said she went to or had a Christmas party or some kind of party with her narc. And in the first couple minutes, the narcissist treated her like absolute shit, was making her feel terribly about herself. And then the rest of the party, the narcissist was happy. Why do you think that was? Because the narcissist derives their high from the pain they inflict in you. So in the beginning, the narcissist puts down you, the empath, feels powerful, gets that high that makes them feel good about themselves. So now they can go on and enjoy the rest of their day or their party or whatever. That's what the narcissist does. That's why the narcissist has to have supplies, because they extract our energy from the pain that they inflict, that they feel on the inside. So it's like, essentially, they're giving us the pain that they have felt through the traumas in childhood, the abuse, the neglect, the rape, like molestation, any of that stuff. They're giving that same treatment to us so that we feel that way. It's like a filter. They're like filtering out a lot of the bullshit onto you so that then they can feel okay about themselves for the day or for a few hours. It's absolutely crazy. It's crazy to think about, but again, I appreciate all your comments. Let me know what your first red flag or the first red flags you ever saw. Might be totally different than mine. I've read tons of different red flags and there's a lot of them. So let me know, guys, and enjoy the day, stay healthy, and most importantly, keep on continuing on the path to becoming authentically yourself and healing. It is possible for everyone to do. You can do it. I believe in you. It is an amazing experience to become authentically yourself. Who you were is not who you are. Later, guys.